Right now I'm located, I speak about it in every video, but right now I located in the middle of nowhere where I have only water, a lot of water around me. What about editing videos? It's still the same. I still have the same process to edit my YouTube videos. And in this video I will show you editing process in Final Cut Pro. So this is for you, or this is for me, and you can see this is for focus. Работай, focus, работай. This is only for air consumption and maritime consumption. I'm a maritime consumer, so let's speak about editing in Final Cut Pro. This video will have a lot of different links and references to my other videos, to other tutorials, so be prepared, because I don't know, I created around 20 tutorials about Final Cut Pro, or 15, 20, so let's speak about first step is file organizations, and I'm really tired to speak about it. In my courses about Final Cut Pro, in my courses about Premiere Pro, this is my first lesson, file organizations. Use simple folder structure and you will be happy. That's all. Next step is creating library with projects. So at the beginning I use only one library for multiple projects and it was not so comfortable to use. So right now I have this pretty simple scheme, one library, one event and one project. So 1, 1, 1. So, and that's all. If I need to edit, for example, YouTube Shorts, a lot of different videos for YouTube Shorts, or the whole course, I will have one library for this big project, because it's much easier to have to handle with all this footage in one place. I recommend to watch video about Final Cut Pro organizations in this spot. First action, I synchronized all my footage with my external mic, and I make audio corrections, basic audio correction for my external mic, because I think it's much easier to handle original sound like this, so it's pretty quiet and you need to turn a lot of volume of your machine and it's not comfortable to use. So I made basic audio correction, I apply my custom made preset, and I think I need to make another video about how I manage with my audio. So again, I think it will be later, it will be here. If I edit multi-camera sequence for a lot of tutorials, I usually make all needed angles, so I have main angle, angle with screen, I adjust position of the screen, I also create additional angle with screen and with my head on the screen, and also I correct my audio. So I did all this at the beginning before starting to edit. After this I create a project and drop all this footage inside this project and start to make a rough cut, really rough cut. I don't like this part of process, so I try to make it as fast as I could. After this I usually take a break, because after, for example, hour of monotone and one type of work, you will have blurry eyes and you need to take a rest to refresh it, drink some drinks, drink some drinks. Wow. Listen to music, just chill, relax. Next step is cleaning A-roll and adding B-rolls. So I'm starting to clean all these small issues, all these cuts, and bring life to a video. Adding B-rolls, titles, and playing with keyframes like scale, saturation, positioning, just to add more dynamic. If I have a lot of B-roll shots, B-roll clips, so I usually use a favorite feature, so I pick all needed ranges that I will use, probably will use in my final edit, and using key tags, so I just try to categorize if I have a lot of B-roll footage, because it's much easier to use later. Then I watch my video and try to compress it, because I still have this, it's not a problem, it's just my way to shoot videos. It multiple times the same information during video. So for example, in a video about Camera review, which you can watch here, and I highly recommend you to watch it, because it's a lot of job to speak about this stuff in C. In that video I repeat phrase this is old vessel maybe 6 or 7 times in first version of video, and when I watch it I start to track this phrase and delete it in different parts of video. This repetition seems like not a big deal, but pace of video just drastically slows down. So if you have the same problem, try to track your the most usable phrases which are just useless. So useless information, just delete it. You will have better videos which are more interesting to watch, because I saw that a lot of different beginners YouTubers made the same mistake. So they just don't delete the same information. They made 15 minutes video, but you can just cut the half, because first half is repetition of second half, or on the opposite. After this decluttering, I usually take a break again and just take a rest, because when I return to my edit, I usually rewatch the whole video and I start to add a more dynamic, more different tricks, different ways to improve my video. So it helps a lot, because again you have blurry eyes and I can delete this information, because this is again the useless repetition of old information. If I like my results, I start to color grade my video and add style to it. So I usually use adjustment layer. You can watch video here. For this location, for example, I use VHF effect. Again, you can see it here and download it using link in the description. Usually I apply custom LUT, and all this I put in adjustment layer. After this, I start to apply my sound effects, for example, from my sound pack, which you can again download from. You know, check the description. It's a lot of different and useful information for you. So add sound effects and music, and also audio correct all of these audio layers. This is my last actions, because if I have to edit a roll after applying all these effects, all this music, all these sound effects, I just add a lot of different micromanagement adjustment to my edit. I don't want to adjust a lot of bricks with my adjustment layer, with my titles, with my music, with my sound effects, just because I delete 4 seconds of my video in the middle of timeline. Don't do this. So remember that firstly you finish your A-roll and B-roll, and after this you apply additional effects, additional layers of complexity. You will spend much less time if you will have already finished timeline. A-roll timeline. Really hard to speak this word, timeline. I export this video using my custom preset, which I made in Apple compressor, which you can watch here. So this is YouTube 1080p for videos that you are watching right now on this YouTube channel. Right now you are perfect, your video is ready to upload, but don't rush to upload and click on publish button. I usually take a break after exporting my final video, and I return to this video a little bit later and start to watch it again, from the beginning to the end. This is cross-check, because sometimes your video in Final Cut Pro, in your timeline when you edit your video, will look and sound different if you compare it to a final version. Maybe sound effect will be too loud, maybe you made a mistake in your title and you forget to just turn on your title. Other reasons that I usually edit using 2x speed of playback, and I just watch this video at 1x speed playback. I really don't like to do this, because I watch all my videos especially at faster playback, yeah, I need to do the same process again, just to be sure that my video is fully ready and I don't have any mistakes. After this action, I can click on upload button, click on publish button, because I'm sure that I made good video, everything that I could, I did. Highly recommend to you to watch other Final Cut Pro tutorials. Maybe you can watch other videos about Apple stuff, about C Life, a lot of different stuff I have on this channel. So see you in the next video, and edit good videos, and usually take breaks. Yeah, that's all. I will go take a break. Yeah.